Bashing through the tall wooden door, I appeared in a fine-looking ballroom, reflecting an appealing interest in my deep emotion. Seeing these intertwined dwarves dancing along the divided-lined ballroom, I decided to see what was the effect of my presence. Having no effect, it seemed as though I passed down into color and vibrating dark rays. Swirling up through roundish spinning abstract shapes, I eventually found myself in a familiar area. The only thing out of place were 130,387 dogs, which scared me at first. But when I found that these retrospective dogs were an adolescent sweeping, I immediately interdirected these domesticated carnivore breeds. At that moment, I saw one of my old friends sitting in a red bucket-like chair. Seeing him was quite a relief. I no longer felt alone or helpless. Meeting him, we decided to walk, and we wound up in some kind of city. Here it was very bizarre, for it was all blue and red. After a while of wandering through the streets of this strange place, somehow we seemed to be in trouble with the police. I can't remember why, but I knew I was in trouble. These police would punish people by placing them on a slab of stone and then squashing them with a huge rock. I was very scared, and just as I was right in the middle of running away from these highly equipped men, I woke up. Seeing the man with the body of an apple for the first time was very shocking. But after I saw his smiling bright face, I knew I had to take action. In the past, when I saw human fruit, I paid no mind to it. But this one was very different. It was smiling. There's a lot of interesting stuff. Yep, a whole lot to believe in. I mean it so sarcastically it's not even serious. But look at yourself over there. A miserable, joyous, heavy-laden crutch clutcher. I too you too. Natsu mapi bapatu. Sometimes. Yeah. Really nice gas stations and NFL-funded super dollar blockbusters. Elements, mind you. Items from here and there. Rigmobiles, spitting Earl, and candy bars and soda from the 70s in vending machines. Coffee, papers, and drone no-dick spirit hunters cough the print or news. It's pretty everything, and nothing specific could ever be muttered and hold water. But the train shakes. Nothing can be said, so say anything. Don't kick the dead horse to liquid. Scared, material-worshipping junkies of the known end up with smashed awarenesses and a pathetic skeleton underneath the rotten flesh. The candle blows out when the roof is taken away. Happy, happy days again. Everything's fine, yet not in line. Dog smells a flower bed. Conclusion. Skipping over the confusion, the lovely couple sits again. Startled Puerto Rican reacts with knee. Then all the chamber ladies come down from the windmill like soft feathers, feathers afloat on a windless day. Down upon our faces, we laugh like loud mammals and begin to fuck. Fade out. But wait, but ripe lawns, thick and enriched with syrups they are. We lay upon them gently, and play bizarre, foreign stringed instruments, instruments that glitter in the mad sun. Yeah, but what about the kid with the baseball bat? How can you blame groups of people that have gathered in the town square? A little gold, guts, and glory. Suddenly Nevada belongs to Big Frank. Pause. Prophecies for the juniors come to life. And even though the pie wasn't divided into 4 even pieces, it somehow suffices. No pause. Maybe I should get going. Cast away, you wicked moral fool. Run into the dungeons of society. Go ahead. Go. I'd rather cough back here in the dust of survival. But when you're feeling low down, okay, back to it. Man in blue hat, no show. False prediction created by the smart ones. And they did so prove. The nose of a well-dressed dog. The nose sits upon a pedestal and laughs at the whole world. The nose is so conceited. That's why people say, someone ought to stick your nose in the shit of reality and rub it around to a red bubbling pulp. Yes, people say that. But there was this particular dog, a very well-dressed dog. Its nose was very arrogant. It blew slime at everyone and nosed its way into all the wrong places. The smell of rat meat was engulfingly engulfing. So one day I asked this particular well-dressed dog if I may examine his nose a little more closely. He obliged me finely. So, with a kind touch, I lightly placed my finger upon his nose and gave it an unusually soft squeeze. At first, nothing happened. But then suddenly all hell broke loose. Snots flew out and hit me in the eye. Then I felt my entire body being sniff-scanned. My heart drummed fast and trumpeted into my throat as the nose cocooned me, nurtured, and dumped what was left of me in a heaping, steaming pile. After that, I learned never to mess with the nose of a well-dressed dog. The dress of the cube is plain. A cubish marsh-like scug is at my window looking for a nightly breakfast. I pull up the raggy quilts and hope for the shattering light. Hours are like thick mercury oozing down the clock, and I'd kill off a glass of wine if I had the time. But it's then when I see that the dress of the cube is plain. Too plain to notice, but too bright to not notice. A feedback of love would suit me fine, but still all I can see is that wine. The cube has become orange, and the frosting has gone away. But still I stay, avoiding all attempts at reality, because reality is like a movie cartoon watched through the eyes of a living, unspaced organism. Stoned reality is like a toy in a chest of gold, but still the cube floats on. Squandering the hot goggles. The slippery apple rolled down the hill and stopped like a blind man sitting on a toilet with a plunger in it. The pear came over and flicked his stem, bringing up a challenge that would melt bananas, butcher gelatin, and make all cows die of mercury poisoning. The pear showed the apple his fist and said, "Let's see who can roll the fastest." The apple accepted the challenge and fastly rolled to a ralovating, rotating, velocitating hill. "This will be the hill we roll upon," said the apple in a stringy tone of voice. The pear spit sap and the apple spit cider. They then limbered up and approached the grassy concealed road. "May the apple orchards be sent to the pigs," said the pear. "May the pear orchards be transformed into apple orchards," yelled the apple. And then the race began. They rolled and the pear won. It was then that he put on the goggles. Then the apple cried. Thick marshmallows and fat retarded men. In a frolicking mood, fat retarded men sweat pig sausage and love to consume thick marshmallows. Because of their fatness, these retarded men roll along the boardwalk and untouchably eat and shit in a gentlemanlike manner. In a big way, fat retarded greasy men reflect the government. Piggish. So one day a man who was fat and retarded, named Sam from Texas, pudged out of his automobile and saw the supermarket. He immediately ran to the diaper section and finally requested to see the jelly. Bernie, being the nice supermarket attendant that he was, grabbed Sam by the nose and quickly pulled him down the aisle in a passionate equinox. At the jelly section, Sam laid under a jelly spigot and turned it on. Gloppy globs of thick, sugary, slimy jelly oozed out into Sam's mouth as Bernie did push-ups in utter disgust. "Disgusta!" Bernie yelled after seeing the yellow marshmallows coming. And so the marshmallows are now in power, having fat, retarded men as servants. Hot tuna and warm mayo. Hot tuna and warm mayo reminds me of a time when I worked in a cheese factory. My job was to set up mouse traps, and boy did I set those traps. Boy, I'll say, and how. My dinner was dry whiskey and apples. I gargled with razor blades and had sex with potato salad. It was mighty hard, but the chicken fat tasted good. So every day at noon, my lunch was hot tuna and warm mayo. Hot because I preferred it that way, warm because of the weather. Whether or not you believe me, it's true, so believe me. My entertainment was 16 dancing frogs, all in a row. Personally, I had the gun, so the dead frog was in fact me. But flashing to the next bubble, I just want to say that I love to fondle handles on Thursdays during a storm watch. So, my fine feathered friend, what do you think of warm mayo and hot tuna? Really? Well, I hate it because I died from it. Polly Palushka's Polish Boy Blues. Polly Palushka ain't got no polish. Meatball Sunday, anti-abolish. Smoking those cough sticks, he's a key-ring ragdad. Marlboro mouth stank, and coffee in a brown bag. Yep, Polly Palushka got the Polish Boy Blues. Superintendent bought him his first pair of shoes. Locker full of pinup gals, dreams, and cologne. Polly Palushka wanna be Sylvester Stallone. Polly Palushka ain't got no polish. Sweep and mop, the stain demolish. Loafing in the elevator, hide and seek with the boss. IQ of an alligator in the bathroom for a toss. Yup, Polly Palushka got the Polish Boy Blues. He buys the paper but doesn't read the news. Plays you at chess but he'll always lose. Smokes in the lobby and misses his cues. Polly Palushka ain't got no polish. Sweep and molish. Molish! The stain he demolish. Yeah, Charlie.